Today I'm reviewing the ASUS ROG G700 gaming desktop PC with the Intel Core Ultra 7265KF, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5070, 32GB of DDR5 RAM, a 1TB NVMe SSD, and Windows pre-installed. If you want to check current pricing or availability, it's linked below. I've spent consistent time with this system on my desk, using it for extended gaming sessions, multitasking with browser and background apps, media playback, and everyday desktop work. These impressions come from how it actually behaves in real use, not just what the listed specs look like. Let's set expectations early. This is not a thin, ultra-portable laptop nor an entry-level budget PC. It's also not a boutique enthusiast workstation with tons of custom cooling and exotic parts. What it's built for is capable high-performance gaming and everyday use in a ready-to-run desktop, without you having to source parts or assemble anything yourself. In real-world gaming, the combination of the Core Ultra 7265KF and RTX 5070 delivers smooth and consistent performance at common resolutions. Competitive shooters and lighter esports titles feel responsive at high frame rates, and modern AAA games run comfortably at higher detail settings. You don't get fleeting benchmark peaks, you get predictable performance that holds up over longer play sessions, which matters more day to day. At 1440p gaming, settings usually stay high with consistent frame pacing. There are titles where the newest effects or ultra-heavy visuals benefit from slight tuning back, but that's typical for this class rather than a flaw unique to this build. At 1080p, the system feels particularly confident and responsive. Thermals and noise are important for daily ownership. With sustained gaming and multitasking, the cooling solution here keeps temperatures reasonable. Fans ramp as needed, but they stay steady rather than fluctuating wildly or becoming distracting. In lighter use, web browsing, messaging, video, the system runs quietly and unobtrusively. It doesn't disappear entirely, but it stays calm rather than calling attention to itself. The 32GB of DDR5 memory is practical beyond gaming. When you have games, communication apps, and browser tabs open simultaneously, you don't feel the system struggling to reallocate memory. That capacity means fewer performance compromises when multitasking, and it also feels future-proofed for software that demands more RAM over time. Storage behavior makes everyday use feel snappy. The 1TB NVMe drive boots the OS quickly, loads games and applications without long waits, and keeps responsiveness consistent as you switch tasks. If you keep a large game library, you may still add secondary storage later. That's a practical expansion, not a critique of the included drive. Build quality and usability also matter. The ROG G700 feels solid on the desk. Internal layout and cable management don't look rushed, airflow isn't blocked by haphazard routing, and the chassis doesn't vibrate or rattle in normal use. RGB lighting is present but not overwhelming, something you can appreciate when you want it and blend into the background when you don't. Now a balanced comparison. If you enjoy building your own PC, you could tailor budgets differently, maybe more GPU power for specific titles or a cooler tune for quieter operation. That's often the trade-off with pre-builts, convenience and warranty support versus full configurability. If you compare this to a similarly spec'd gaming laptop, the desktop generally offers steadier thermals and sustained performance without the inherent heat and power limits imposed by mobile designs. This system makes the most sense for buyers who want strong 1080p and confident 1440p gaming performance, prefer a ready-to-use desktop without parts sourcing or assembly, value abundant memory for multitasking beyond gaming, appreciate stable performance over long sessions rather than brief benchmark peaks. It isn't chasing extreme overclocked numbers or niche aesthetic quirks. It's focused on real-world performance that feels reliable and usable in everyday contexts. Here's the measured evaluation. The ASUS ROG G700 delivers balanced, steady performance across gaming and regular desktop tasks. Its cooling keeps behavior predictable, the memory and storage choices support smooth multitasking, and the build quality feels solid as a daily machine. The trade-offs are standard for this class: power consumption and noise under load sit higher than mid-tier compact builds, and if absolute maximum GPU performance per dollar is your only priority, a custom build might edge this slightly. But if you want a capable, complete system that you can plug in and use confidently, this feels like a thoughtful, capable option. Check current pricing below and evaluate it against your needs.